Let's rev it up! Because I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help!
What's up, guys? This is Dirty Yugi from Dirty Yugi and the Boys. Today we have...
Brandon Stoltz.
And what'd you do, Brandon?
I played Phantom Knights and I got first place at our levels.
Yeah. I'm gonna put an asterisk because you didn't play me.
Understand. That's fair.
Alright, so you want 4-0?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. Now, what made you want to play Phantom Knights?
Honestly, I think it's a really cool deck. I like decks that can play out of the graveyard. I just feel like I have a lot of options. It's very toolboxy, so I feel like I can play my way out of a lot of different situations just so long as I know what I'm doing. So
Fair.
that was the main reason.
Alright, now before we get into it, is it 40 cards?
It is 40 cards.
Alright, I'll need Lucas.
We're not playing 60. No, we were never
42 with an upstart like a Chad.
Nah, bro, never that.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Sure. So, for the Phantom Knights, play 3 Touring Scales, 3 Cloak, and then 3 Boots. This is pretty standard. Never change this. You need to see these. These are your favorite cards. So, yeah.
Best friends?
Oh, yes. Best friends. And then for the one-ofs, we play 1 Ragged Gloves and then 1 Greaves. So this one's really good, obviously. 1 is fine. You typically only need it to like send a trap or something like that and then trigger your Torn Scales, so that one's fine. And then this card is really good just because you could ditch it, and then if you have a Phantom Knights in your hand, say like Boots, you can ditch it with Torn Scales, use its effect, summon it, and then you can save your Boots. Yeah. So this can kind of just like fix your hands. It's pretty nice.
It's cracked.
It's
just big cracked.
And then for the extender,
My man ravaged me today. 2-0.
For the extenders, we play 2 of these guys. You have to play the 2 different ones. I like these over something like Kagamucha Knight, or whatever it's called, just because I can summon this whenever I want. So like if a weird sequence comes up later in the combo, I can still have this. And I also don't play tour guides, so not much of a reason to play the Kagamucha.
Fair.
And then for 2 more extenders, Dangers, these cards are insane. Basically, no necessary. So the whole purpose of this deck is to just be able to get 2 level 3s on field and summon Cherubini, because Cherubini's insane. And then this really helps with that. Plus it's like good with this card, because you can discard it as cost, and then it'll get its effect in graveyard. And then for the hand traps, play quite a few just because we can. 3 Bell, 3 Ash, and then 3 Droll.
Hey, I like that card.
Yeah, so shout out to Droll for letting me win locals. Anyways, so yeah, I think these are the best ones right now. I currently don't have Skullmeisters, otherwise I would probably fit that in, but...
Would you change any of them out to play Skullmeister, or would you just add Skullmeister?
No, so you'll see later on, like there's a card I played in place of Skullmeister, so I would just swap that out, but this is fine though. I mean, this does its job. And then for the bricks, play Graph and Seer. Yeah, this is what makes Cherubini so good. This just gets you a ton of advantage right away. Helps you get into your Bardiche, gives you another material on field so you can make Dragoon or whatever you need to do. So, big fan of these right here. And then I also play 1 Sabers. This I'm tempted to cut. I'm not really sure. The main reason I play it is just in case I draw this card, I can put it back and still activate my Dragoon. Because a lot of the times, it's a pretty good turn 1 play, especially against like control decks, and you want to have that play. So I played this over a Libic. I just felt like this was going to be live in more scenarios, but I don't know. I may change it in the future. Okay. So yeah, surprise, we play Red Eyes Fusion and these 2 cards.
Yeah, it's cracked.
I know, dude. These cards are insane. I'm going to play it until something happens to Dragoon. Just helps you play through hand traps. Gives you really good presence in late game. If they somehow break your board, you can just make this, and that's usually good enough in a simplified game state.
Yeah.
It also helps you play around here. Helps with the extenders, E-Telly.
Wait, what the heck? What was the Psychic?
Huh?
What was the Psychic?
The level 3 guys.
Oh, the Wielder and Trace.
Yeah, so you play those. Okay. And yeah, so like that's another reason you have to play the 2 different ones, because if you, let's say you have one in hand and you summon one off E-Telly, you can still summon the one in hand for free and you haven't used your normal summon.
So it's a pseudo third that can be either if you have the other. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Plus you can like chain to nonsense like anti-spell or something, so. It's cool.
Stop.
And then for more one-ups, play Rhoda, Monster Reborn. Yeah, this card's obviously mandatory. This card, I don't know, it's pretty good, but probably a flex spot. I'll be able to change it. Shoutouts to the gold rare.
Yeah, I hate you.
Honestly, man, like they look so good on the internet. So like I bought a bunch of them, and then when I got them, I was like, oh no, what is this? But hey, it's what I have now, so this is what it is. And then, so, okay, these are the cards that should have been Skullmeisters, and honestly, this maybe could have been swapped out for a Skullmeister. I picked this just because our locals plays a lot of back row.
Yeah.
I played 2 True Dracos today, and these cards come in clutch. One of my games, my opponent tried to do summon limit on me on my second summon. I activated this and just blew him out of the water, so
yeah,
felt good.
Cracked.
Yeah. But yeah, if this was like versus a ton of meta, I would swap those out.
Oh, for sure.
And then for the Phantom Knights cards, we play these and 3Ds. This is mandatory. This is mandatory. This one is good just because you can send it off of the gloves, and you can get yourself an extra summon. Also good because you can summon it, summon out the Break Sword during your opponent's turn and get a pop with Bardiche.
Yeah.
So this one's good. It probably could be the continuous spell, but honestly, this is kind of cool. It kind of does a similar effect, and this one's not continuous, so it gets into the grave.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are those. Extra deck or something?
Extra.
So yeah, we'll play best card, 2 Cherubini, 1 Bardiche. This card's insane. This card's insane. I was thinking about playing Goki instead of this deck because they can kind of do similar stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like this over Assault just because they can't really do much to it.
Yeah, this senses cost, right?
Yeah, yep, sends its cost, so like sometimes I'll have my opponent impermanent and it's like I still send it and I just don't get the attack in. So yeah, these cards are nice. I play 2 of these just because in late game it comes up where you want to dump another card, especially when resources are low.
Yeah.
So. And then obviously Bardiche. And then I play these 2 cards. So there's a few reasons I play these. One, it makes my Brigandine more live. I'm able to actually make a monster out of this, and then whatever, go into Credit Plant or whatever I need to go into. And then this one, just in case I brick, it basically turns 7 of your Phantom Knights into a 1-card Dragoon.
Yeah.
So like, if you open up a bunch of traps or like a Fog Blade, you can summon this, do the banish effect, search out the trap, activate the trap, and then summon this, and then you can make Credit Plant and you're good. This is also good against Nibiru. Not a lot of people are playing that right now, but it's important to have just because the token turns into this, and if you can get 1 more extender.
Dragoon. Yeah, that card's its own.
Then I play these. Like I said, I like 2 box decks. This is nice. Just lets me break some boards. You can usually climb into these, so yeah, it's very nice. Wouldn't change it. And then Boral Sword, attack for game. And then these cards, these are insane.
The whole reason you play the deck?
Yeah, that and the reason I don't play control decks. This is just nuts. Like a lot of the times if you summon this against like Altergeist, Draco, they don't have Apocalypse, like that's basically it. This is just so hard to deal with. It immediately puts pressure on them. Omni Negate, you know the rest. So.
Gains 1,000
permanently. It's so unfair, but yeah. And then for the Xyz, play 1 Livier. This card's really good. This is used in the main combo too. It just kind of gets your grave filled back up and acts as a body, so nice. And then 1 Break Sword. I was playing 2, but I was just never summoning the second one in late game. This typically does the job. Summon it, get 2 level 4s, make that, and then on their turn, banish the trap and grave, summon that, Bardiche, and then you get a pop. So,
and then you get the, that card's nuts.
Yeah, no, it's a nice card for sure. And it's like spot removal if you need to. So. And then I also played the Virtual World Jaja and Zeus. So if I make Dragoon turn 1, a lot of the times what I was finding was that I just didn't have much later on in late game. Like I didn't have like a really oppressive answer after they've broken my board. So like this one's pretty good just because you can banish a card afterwards, make Zeus, and then you have like a pretty viable play. Plus it can get your Phantom Knights back into the grave.
Yeah.
Good cards. Off to the side deck, this is probably where I misplayed a little bit, but it is what it is. 3 Lancia, pretty standard, wouldn't change it. 3 Twin, back row decks. Like I said, a lot of people at our locals play it. It's good stuff. 3 Dark Ruler. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I played this against like what is it, like Drytron? That's like a really hard matchup for me. So like this is kind of cool. You can just like turn off their board a little bit, and then you play a lot of extenders in your hand, so if you just have this plus like a playable hand, you can usually play through their stuff, make a good board, break their board, and then try and win the game afterwards. But, I don't know. It worked out well. And then 3 anti-spell just helps me go first. Again, pretty good against Drytron in some cases, and just good generic stuff. I don't play a ton of spells, so it doesn't usually hurt me. And then 3 evenly match, because we don't like back. Oh, sorry, no, 2 evenly match and 1 reboot. So, no. Okay, so hear me out. So we played the 1 red reboot because against Draco and Altergeist, I can activate this card, make Zeus, and just win the game immediately. So that's why we played this one over that, and I knew there was going to be a lot of back row decks here, so yeah. And then evenly matched because it's evenly matched.
Any last minute comments? Any shout outs?
Shout out to Corey and Starlight Games for letting us have this tournament here. Good stuff.
All right, cool. This is Dirty E from Dirty the Boys signing out. Have a good day.